Start off my favorite face products of 2012, let's talk about primers. So I have two primers that I absolutely loved in 2012, and one is drugstore and the other one is high-end. So the drugstore would definitely have to be the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I love this stuff. It made my makeup last a really long time. I loved that it had a pump and it was inexpensive, so I loved this. For a more higher end face primer, I would definitely have to say the Hourglass number 28 primer serum was amazing, and it's especially great for the cooler months in the fall and winter, because during those months my skin is very dry. So this is a very hydrating primer and I really did appreciate that. There were two foundations that definitely stood out for me in 2012. One is drugstore and the other one is higher end, and the drugstore would have to be the Youthful Wear Physicians Formula Foundation. This just gave an amazing finish to the face, almost like an airbrush finish, and this is very comparable to the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. So it is a dupe for a higher end foundation. And the higher end foundation is the Tarte Amazonian Full Coverage Foundation. Shocker. So I love the finish of both of these. Again, they're very similar to one another. And this one just happens to last a little bit longer, but they're both great. These two concealers I have repurchased quite a bit. They're both Holy Grail concealers for me. And the first one is the Youthful Wear Physicians Formula Concealer. I use this solely underneath my eyes to cancel out any darkness, to brighten up that area. And this is a double-ended concealer. It has a stick form as well as a liquid concealer form, and it has a doe foot applicator. I love both sides. This concealer does not settle into any fine lines. It's very eye brightening, which I love, and I just cannot live without this concealer. And the next concealer I use more so for blemishes, and this is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. And this basically covers up anything. It's very opaque and very thick, and I love that. I actually have a favorite setting powder, which is kind of shocking because I never really used setting powders in the past. I really didn't get what they were all about until I discovered this product, and it is the Pumpkin and Poppy Oil Absorbing Mineral Veil. I only wish that I had discovered it sooner, but this stuff is amazing. I feel like it makes my other powder products go on flawless, whether it be my blush or my bronzer. It does have a light sheen to it, but it really doesn't transfer onto your face. It just gives your makeup a very flawless finish, and I love it. There are two favorite bronzers that are definitely Holy Grail for me, and the first one is another Pumpkin and Poppy product. This is the Tarte Mosturizing Bronzer. I love this stuff. This is amazing. It has a very light sheen to it. And this is very user-friendly, which I love. I feel like you can't pick up too much product. It's not going to make your face look all crazy. It's not an orangey bronzer at all. It's just the perfect shade, and I love using this. I've been using this like crazy. It's even taken over my other bronzer that I'm about to show you. That is another Holy Grail bronzer for me. And this is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. I got this back in March, I believe. This was a swap that me and Georgette did, and she sent this to me, and I love this. I've used this so much, and I haven't really even hit pan on it yet, which is amazing. I feel like you only need the lightest bit of it, and it just has an awesome sheen to it. They do have a matte version of this, but honestly, I prefer bronzers with a nice sheen. So these two bronzers are Holy Grail for me, and really, if these were the only bronzers in my collection, I would be happy. Highlighters are definitely a big thing when it comes to my face routine. So these are definitely ones that definitely stood out to me, and the first one is the Hard Candy Honeymoon highlighter. I love this. It's a pink highlighter, which isn't for everyone, but I love wearing a pink highlighter. It gives you that beautiful ethereal glow that we all seek, and it's just gorgeous. Here it is. I feel like it's a perfect pink highlighter. It's not too much. It's not overly sparkly. It just adds a really nice sheen. I love it. And then the next one is a cream highlighter. And this is the Lady of Light cream highlighter from Pumpkin and Poppy as well. And this is what this one looks like. It's a light golden champagne shade, and again, this isn't sparkly at all. It just gives you a really nice sheen, which is the type of highlighters that I like. I don't want to look like a glitter ball. I just want to look like I have a really nice glow from within sort of look, and I'm actually wearing this today, so I love it. And then the last highlighter is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Reserve Your Cabana. I just received this actually, and I enjoy this so much. It's almost like the Lady of Light highlighter, but in powder form. It just gives you a really nice sheen. So those are the highlighters that I look for. I don't like when they have chunky glitter in them or when they're too prominent. I just want them to, you know, kind of show up but not be in your face. I will definitely admit that I am a blush fiend. I love my blush. So these are the blushes that definitely stood out to me. And I will start off with Drugstore. The first one is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, of course. And this is a beautiful coral blush. It has a beautiful, beautiful sheen. So this serves as both a blush and a highlighter when you apply this to your cheeks. And it's just gorgeous. And then the next blush is from Jordana. And I discovered Jordana in 2012. And this one is in Blushing Rose. It is a beautiful purple mauve. And this is what that looks like. I definitely put this blush up there with higher end blushes. It lasts a really long time. Very pigmented. Love it. And then the next one is Kimber from Pumpkin and Poppy. And this is a pretty intense blush when you first look at it. But let me tell you, this looks so gorgeous on your cheeks. So there it is right there, and blended out, it looks stunning. So there's Kimber right there. And then I have two higher end blushes from Tarte, of course. I had to mention the Amazonian clay blushes. In general, those blushes are amazing, and this one happens to be exposed. It's an all-time favorite of pretty much everyone who owns this blush. And it's just one of those blushes that definitely transform on your cheeks. It's gorgeous, and this blush will work on literally anyone. And then the last blush that I have to mention is another Tarte Amazonian clay blush, and this one is in Flush. I'm actually wearing it today. I almost wore it as a contour. I'm kind of rocking that thing lately, and this is what that looks like. So pretty bright and intense, very pigmented, so you only need to dust this on your cheeks really, really lightly, but I love the color, and so those are my favorite blushes. So let's talk about the eyes, shall we? So my favorite eyelid primer of all times, and you guys probably already know this, you guys are probably shouting out the answer already, but it is the All Natural Face Vegan Eyeshadow Primer in Buff. This is my all-time favorite eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff so much. This works great if you have oily lids, if you have normal lids, dry lids, whatever. This stuff is amazing. This cancels out any veining, any redness that you have. It's just a skin tone shade. She makes this in a darker skin tone shade. She also makes this in white. And I'm not sure if she makes it in any other color, but I love this. I seriously love this, and I will continue to buy this eyelid primer until I no longer wear makeup, which is never. So before we get into the eyeshadows and eyeliners, I want to talk about brows. So my favorite brow powder, hands down, is the Jordana Brow Powder Duo. I've talked about this quite a bit. I love this stuff. It has a darker powder, and it has a lighter powder, and I love that it has two shades. So basically what I do is I use the darker powder on the outside of my brow and also a little bit on the inside of my brow, and then I shade the rest of my brow with this lighter shade, and it just works really well. I'm wearing it today and I love this stuff so very much. So let's talk about single shadows. I have some single shadows that I absolutely love, and first let's talk about Pumpkin and Poppy, which Pumpkin and Poppy is going to get a lot of love from me today. So the first pigment here from Pumpkin and Poppy that I absolutely love, this is Jasmine. This is a beautiful turquoise, almost mint shade, and it has a really nice sheen to it. This is one of my favorite pigments from her, and I usually just apply this in the lower lash line, and it just makes my eyes pop. I love it. And then Ice Princess is another pigment that I absolutely love from her. This is a off-white, and it's very, very unique, and it makes for a beautiful highlight. And also, I have applied this all over my lid and just added a black wing and called it a day, and it's gorgeous. So, another favorite pigment of mine. And then this is Archer, and this is a beautiful golden taupe. It's just stunning, and you can wear this all over your lid and you don't need anything else but this, and it's just so pretty. And she also makes great cream shadows as well. This is a beautiful one. This is in My Precious. It's like a antique gold, so I love that. And then Aja is another absolute favorite of mine. This is like a periwinkle blue. It's gorgeous. Again, I just rock that on my lower lash line. And then some other single shadows that I love are from Hard Candy. And this one is in Minx. This is probably by far my favorite purple in my entire collection. It's so pretty. Let me just swatch that. It seems like it's not that pigmented, but it's just that perfect amount of purple, and I love it. And the next one is Vamp. It's a silver. It makes for a beautiful, beautiful silver, and it just adds a really nice glow to your eyes. And then Solo, which is just a beautiful, beautiful brown. So, love it. So, those are my favorite single shadows. So, for my favorite palettes, I went with both Wet n Wild and Too Faced. I have two 3-pan palettes from Wet n Wild to share with you. And the first one is Silent Treatment. I had to mention this one. It's gorgeous. I love this taupey shade right here. This beautiful brown shade makes for a great outer V color or crease color if you use it very lightly, and then this beautiful peachy pink. So I love that color combination. And then I'm getting Sunburn, which is more of a warmer palette. It has a beautiful golden shade, this beautiful pink that I absolutely love, and then another great brown shade. So I have two Too Faced palettes that I absolutely love, and the first one is not going to be a shocker to you guys, and this is the Too Faced Romantic Eye Palette. I love all the shades in this palette. I love Soulmates. This makes for a beautiful highlight. It's just gorgeous. And then I love Cut the Cake. It's almost like a taupey purple. It's very, very pretty. And then Honeymoon, and all of these colors are very smooth and buttery and just so easy to blend, and it just makes for a beautiful, beautiful eye look no matter what color combination you decide to do. And then Too Faced Matte Eye Palette. This is a beautiful addition to any collection. It has some beautiful browns and some beautiful blues and purples and grays, and these two browns are great transition colors. This is a great highlighting color. This gray and this navy are just stunning together, and I love this palette so much, and I feel like I will probably get a lot of use out of this palette rather than all of my other palettes that I have. For eyeliners, I'm going to start off with gel liners first. So the first one is my Wet n Wild gel liner in black. I love this stuff. It's very long lasting on your eyes. It's very creamy, very easy to apply, and it's very inexpensive, which is my favorite part. And I will say that you have to make sure that the lid is closed really tight, or else it will dry rather quickly. But other than that, it's a great product. And then the next one is the All Natural Face Eyeliner in Antique Copper. I love it for the color. The consistency is a little bit different than other gel liners. It's more of a mousse-like consistency, but other than that, it's an amazing gel liner. And then for your typical pencil liners, I had to go with the Stila Smudge Stick Liners. These are waterproof, and I love them. They don't budge at all. They come in beautiful colors. My favorite one would have to be Lionfish, which is a red and brown. I just really gravitate to those colors. And also, I love this one. This one is in Starfish, and it is a green with some gold sheen running through it. So it's very, very pretty. So I love those. And then for drugstore, I went with the Jordana Easy Liner pencils. And I love this color. This is an eggplant. It's very unique. So it's like a dark, deep purple. And then I absolutely love this one. This one is in Sea Green. And it just makes your eyes pop because it is a rather bright green. So I love that. Definitely favorite eyeliners. And then mascaras gave me a lot of lash magic, and the first one is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. This is my favorite drugstore mascara, and it's very inexpensive, less than $3. And you have heard about this from many people, not just myself, but other fellow YouTubers love this as well. And I don't know, I think it's something in the formula that really does volumize your lashes, because the wand itself, you know, isn't that fancy. So, I don't know, there's something in this that makes your lashes look amazing. So, I love it. Very inexpensive, no complaints. And then the next one is a higher end mascara. And this is the Too Faced Better Than False Lashes Lash Extension System. Nylon Lash Extension System. So, quite a name. And this is the first and third step. So it's just your typical, you know, mascara. This is what the wand looks like. And then what really gives you a lot of length and really a lot of volume as well is the nylon lash fibers. And this is the second step. And it's just little white fuzzies that you apply to your lashes, and the mascara adheres to those little nylon fibers and just really makes your lashes go kapow. So I love this. It's quite expensive, but I feel like it's worth it, and I definitely would repurchase the lash extension from Too Faced. Let's talk about my favorite lip products. Let's start with lip liners first. And I'm not a huge fan of lip liners, but I love these. They're inexpensive, and I feel like since they are so inexpensive, I can definitely experiment with them. So these are the three that I absolutely love. They're all Jordana Easy Liners. And this one is in Rock and Rose, which is more of a neutral pink. And this is what this one looks like. And then this one is Silver Lilac, and it looks like this. And then this one is in Baby Berry, and I haven't yet swatched this one, so let me swatch it. And that is what Baby Berry looks like. So, gorgeous colors. They also have reds and more nude shades, so I love that. And then for lipsticks, which is my favorite part, for my favorite drugstore lipsticks, I have to say they are the Wet n Wild matte lipsticks. And this one is in 901B, which I believe is called Think Pink. Let me swatch that for you guys. So that is what Think Pink looks like. It's just a beautiful light pink. And then this one is 907C Mauve Out of Here. So it's like a purpley pink. And that is what that one looks like. So I love those two colors. I love all of the matte lipsticks. Those just happen to be my favorite. And then for higher end lipsticks, I had to go with the Too Faced La Creme lipsticks. I own 4 of them and I love each and every one of them. And one of my favorites would have to be Naked Dolly, which is a nude shade. So I will swatch that for you. So I love that one right there. And then, let's see, let me swatch one more for you guys. I will swatch Razzle Dazzle Rose. This is another one of my favorites. And that is what Razzle Dazzle Rose looks like. So as you can see, I love those purpley pinks. They are my favorite colors to wear. So I love those lipsticks. So for my favorite lip glosses, I went with Pumpkin and Poppy. I love her formula. I love the way they smell. I love that they are very long lasting. I absolutely love Ice Cream Assassin, which is a beautiful champagne beige shade. They're very moisturizing, which I appreciate. And I cannot say enough good things about her lip glosses. And then this one is in Abernathy, which is a beautiful hot pink, almost fuchsia. So I love that. And this one smells like bubblegum and I love it. And for a higher end lip gloss, I went with Anastasia Beverly Hills. These are the Hydrofull lip glosses. I love these very, very much. They're very opaque. I swatched one right here so you can see how opaque it is. And they are sticky, but that just means that they're going to last a really long time, which I love. So, love these lip glosses. For nail polishes, I picked 4, one from each season that definitely stood out to me. And so the first one for spring would have to be Hard Candy Sky. And this is a beautiful pastel blue. It has the beautiful iridescent sheen that probably isn't going to be picked up on camera, but it's just stunning. And seriously guys, if I could be a nail polish color, this is the color that I would be. And then for summer, I picked Julep Hayden. This is definitely a bright nail polish. It is almost a neon, but not quite. It reminds me of a orange creamsicle. It's absolutely beautiful and very unique to my collection. And then for fall, I went with Zoya Julianne. And this is a very sparkly nail polish, but it's not chunky at all. I love that it is very multi-dimensional. It has purples and greens and blues. It's very, very pretty. And then lastly for winter, I went with Wet n Wild's Magnetic Polish in No Gas Electrically Charged. And this is another multi-dimensional nail polish. It has greens and blues, and it's just beautiful. On the nails, it looks more gray, but as the light hits it, you can definitely see the different colors in this nail polish. So I absolutely love these nail polishes. I recommend each and every one of them. So those are my 2012 fave, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And I also want to mention that you guys are always going to be my #1 fave. And I know that's cheesy, but it's true. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.